Could you please speak about how children can be left behind in today's technological and academic environment if they cannot afford the technology, say the internet, Wi Fi, and broadband, that's necessary to compete and learn?
Poverty has a huge impact, we're seeing definitely in the literature, because unfortunately when children in poverty are compared to their peers and they don't have the iPads and the iPhones and all the tablets and things like that where they can literally look up the information. So when you have an assignment, when you have to look something up and you don't know the information, you can't complete your homework.
The digital divide is real. Many young people still don't have access to, a dedicated internet connection at home. We know that this digital divide has far-reaching consequences for them when it comes to completing what they need to complete. Sometimes it's the schools that have inadequate access to technology that actually hinders them from learning some of the tech skill sets that are crucial in today's economy.
What's your opinion about the development of a program or, say, programs that address the need of children whom can't afford computers, Wi Fi, broadband, or internet?
I think that is absolutely vital. The community has to get together. So the companies that have billions of dollars and are able to donate these sorts of things to communities in need, and the schools that are able to say, you know what, let's donate some of our dollars to the schools in need, as well as the community members too that have those connections or are able to help out in that way. I mean, it's a huge barrier, like you said, when you do not have the resources to even begin to compete in the academic world. So we definitely need to come together as a community and help these individuals.
I think in the wake of our new president-elect, Donald Trump, we need to be very critical of, and we need to pay very close attention to some of what he's proposed to ensure that public education in general gets delivered differently. A lot of the things, fortunately, a lot of the things that were put into the Every Student Succeeds Act, kind of give states a great deal of flexibility in how they pull together their accountability plans and how they implement some of these equity issues. So even, for example, if the Office of Civil Rights that is within the Department of Education is eliminated, and that is probably likely, some of the initiatives could still go forward, but it really puts the onus upon state departments of education and local school districts to prioritize equity. I think it really is up to after-school programs and communities to pick up this mantle and make sure that what's required for the careers that exist today and even careers that don't yet exist and what's being offered in some of these places that are a little more nimble than schools can be are in some way aligned, and that these corporations who are waiting for young people to kind of matriculate up the talent pipeline and up that ladder to them, that they do a little more than just wait. That these corporations have employee engagement programs where their employees can be out in communities working and mentoring and supporting. But our after-school programs and our communities need to realize that getting young people ready for a technology-rich society and, career and technical education and just getting them ready requires us to make those connections and make that alignment happen.
Do you believe such programs could work on a long-term basis?
I absolutely do. I definitely have hope, but they really need to be well established. We really need to establish programs that are long-term. We have to have long-term goals, as you mentioned. So it cannot be we're having a drive to bring in computers. It needs to be we have a 5, 10, 20-year plan.
So I think we have to have kind of that grassroots, day-to-day, short-term we have to have those pieces in mind. So on the ground, kids have access to these programs and projects, new tools and technologies.
How can parents successfully combat against job spatial mismatch in order to provide high quality academic opportunities for their children?
It comes down to accessing and utilizing the community resources. Either parents do not know of the resources that are available to them, or they do know the resources that are available to them, but they're not utilizing those resources. There are academic opportunities for children that are not necessarily in the schools. There may be free tutoring for children, or there may be other programs that the parents can get involved with to help not only their children, but sometimes themselves. We're talking about GED programs or whatever it may be for them to be more successful and be more competitive in the employment market, which we know is going to have a positive impact on their children as well. So again, it's about access and it's about utilizing the resources that are there.